Good evening YouTube. So today we're taking a look at the poison tank, and I'm actually making a tier list here to show you which kind of hero you should level up, which kind of hero you should focus on if you're lucky to pull any of these heroes down here. And I'll also go through which ones is not worth it. And this list here is considered to be an overall list, so it's no specific PvE or PvP, it's just overall, because most of you guys will have limited resources throughout your playtime, right? So sometimes you just pull a hero and you kind of wish that hero is both good in PvE and PvP, because let's face it, there are a lot of heroes in the game, but it's very hard to get the ones that are really good and the ones that are in the meta compositions, and not everyone is spending a lot of money to try and get some of these heroes here. So it's very important that once you get them, that you also know that, hey, if I'm putting my resources, my eggs, my scrolls, my echoes, all my stuff into these guys here, they will be very good for a very long time, and it will be worth it, right? So let's just jump out into this one here today, guys. As you see down here, I have all the poison heroes that I believe is in the game. I am not including any epics, because epics are not used in the end game or mid game, and they are replaced very quickly. You only use them for something very specific like faction abyss, or even maybe that elemental city where you have to do the special stage 1, which requires you to use epic heroes. But I'm focusing on legendary heroes here, with legendary and mythic heroes here, and I've included Giselle, even though she's a limited hero, but I just wanted to have her in the mix here. So let's just start from the bottom up here. Actually, let's just take them in order. So this one is the newest one that we've just gotten recently. It's Penny. She is both a poison tag and a resonance tag, and therefore she's good in both tag teams. She has a speed buff and she has some freeze. She also makes a passive where the first CC you're applying will be uncleansable if you got exclusives on her. This list here is just exclusive 3. I'm not really thinking about exclusive 0, 1, 2 or 3. I'm just thinking about the overall, like what can this hero do if you max it to exclusive 3? How will it rank on this here? And I think Penny is a great addition, and I want to have her up in the tier list here. So I'm going to place Penny up at A tier. I actually believe she's very good. She's not quite S tier or S+, but she's definitely an A tier hero. Now the next one in line is Milo. Milo is very good. She helps the entire team. You should not build her with damage in mind, just build her with speed. Lots of speed, because she needs to be fast. She's like a Ben Austin just for the poison team here. She will make your rest of your team do basic attack with her skill 2. I think she's very nice. I want to put her at a tier because she is useful in endgame, and she's a very meta hero. Now the next one is Freud. He's a support hero. He can heal, he can ally protect, he can put the attack buff, the speed buff, and he's very super strong both in PvE and PvP actually. Very nice. With exclusive 2 he applies his attack buff and ally protection from the beginning of the battle, and I believe he is very nice. I'm gonna put him at A tier as well. I think he is super good, super strong both PvE and PvP. Magdi is also one of those good support heroes. He has a consolidation effect on his one of his abilities. He actually has 3 active skills here in the game that he can use. I don't think I've seen any other heroes having that many active skills. Most heroes have 1 passive or 2 passive and then active skills. This guy has like 3 active skills and a basic attack. But he's very nice. At exclusive 3 he can do both healing, the consolidation buff with toxic gas, which also increases the poison damage dealt, do some shielding, and also do great damage. I'm gonna put him at A tier. He's good for PvE, not used in PvP. So far we have 4 heroes here, and Penny is used in PvP actually. Melo is a PvE hero only. Freud is used for PvP and PvE. Magdi is for PvE. Now Turf here, Turf I'm gonna put at the C tier here, because the only thing he can do is actually the counter attack buff. If you don't have Willa, you can use him in Wuthering Coast, not Wuthering Coast, sorry, Liuli boss to use that counter attack against the Liuli boss. and that is his only thing that he is good for actually. People were using him for the poison the unit team, but then Villa came and power crept him. Dakota here, Dakota is very nice, also has an attack buff, a speed buff. She does some decent damage, and she can also rest people if they die once she stacked her rose poison thing. I'm gonna put her at the 80 as well. I think she is very nice. And very nice hero, and she's on par with the other ones. I would use her only for PvE if that was me. Then we have Sora. Sora is doing a lot of damage. She also has a decreased attack debuff, which is very nice for faction Abyss. She's a demon Abyss. If you do not have it yourself to solo everything, then you can use a Sora here to also apply the attack down debuff on the boss. And she does a lot of damage, so if you don't have any of the other damage dealers for poison attack, she's actually very nice. But I'm going to put her at B tier. I think she's just below these guys here up, but she's definitely better than Turf. And that is how I see Sora. Sora is doing a lot of damage. Now Giselle here, I actually made a tier just for her. I'm gonna put her at S+, and there's a very easy reason for this. She is just one of the best heroes in the game at the moment here in December 2024. She can do attack down debuff, she can put the code debuffs, she has poison fright, which is a unique poison buff that reduces further damage decreased by 30%. Lots of AoE damage, lots of single target solo capabilities by healing with exclusive 2. She can solo faction stage 30 in the Demon Abyss. She is a fantastic hero. Use her in PvE, use her in PvP, use her for everything. She is a staple. Try to get her if you can. If you're a spender, then definitely go for her. She is one of the best heroes, if not the best hero in the game at the moment. I think she's even better than Erato if you ask me, but that is mostly because she is doing a lot of AoE damage and also a lot of debuffing on the enemies, making them do less damage, which I absolutely love. Now the next one in line is Veronica. Veronica used to be the best poison damage dealer actually for bosses before we had Villa and Imado. She has been power crept obviously for some time now, and I'm going to put her at B tier. I still think she's better than Turf. She can be used in faction Abyss, and if you don't have any of the other damage dealers for poison, then she is one of the best choices together with Sora. Obviously Sora is doing more damage than Veronica, right? Then we have Taff here. Taff is one of those that never really shined in any content. He has a cleanse, I think. He has a cleanse though, and he can be used for faction Abyss, sorry, to cleanse some of the debuffs on wave 2. When you get higher up in the stages, he's very useful there, and you can also use him to cleanse a little bit in the Planar Rift if you are not far ahead there. So Taff is better than nothing. He's better than a don't bother at least, right? So I'm gonna put him at a C rating here. Now Imado is also one of the new heroes here. He's only a few months old, I think, and he's doing a lot of damage. He has the poison up buff, which is unique so far because he's the only one that can apply that buff for the team. He also has a silence in his kit. You can use him in PvE and you can use him in PvP. PvP mostly for 5-man teams with like War Thrones. You can put him into that buff where he takes 50% damage from the beginning of the battle, which means he will actually activate his skill 2 right off the bat, trying to silence people, also doing a lot of damage and buffing with poison buff. Yes, you will be low on health once it has gone off, but pair him with an Elsa and an Emilia or something like that and you will be doing massive damage. Definitely an ST hero for me. He's not as strong as Giselle, but he's definitely better than these guys down here from a DPS perspective in both PvE and PvP. Now Ronai is mostly a PvP hero, sorry. She's not used in any PvE 5-man teams. She is used a bit for faction Abyss because she can turn meter decrease on the boss at stage 30, which means you will actually get your turn before the boss. She can help a lot at that. She can also turn meter boost and do some healing, which is great for faction Abyss, but she is mainly a PvP hero doing hypnotize, reducing turn meter and doing some turn meter buffs, and she gets a speed buff for herself with some exclusives. Very nice hero, and I'm actually gonna put her at the S tier here because I think overall, because of her usage, she's still used in a lot of teams in PvP. You can still pop her in places that I don't think you'd use any of these guys down here. Maybe Penny could be up here, but she's relatively new, and so far I think it's only the Perma CC team with Santa and Nasil and that combo that she is really shining in, where I think Ronai has a bit more utilities. And this is my tier list. I'm gonna put Ronai up here because you can't really go wrong with putting your eyes into Ronai. She will be used for some time. Then we got Walter down here. Walter is a poison DPS hero, and I'm gonna put him in the don't bother category. I haven't even pulled him on my account, as you can see here by the gray image. But I would not bother with this guy. He is not useful at all, unfortunately, because he was in Idle Heroes. He was one of the best poison there, I think. But in this game, he is pretty much useless. So, moving on to Nita here. Nita is, well, she's one of those mythics that you always get recommended building after Nordic. She's very strong early game, very strong mid game, and in end game her role is to pair up in PvP against dot damage dealers like Morikis, Imado, Lance, and those kind of types that do not ignore damage immunities, and she can actually kill those guys if she is paired up correctly. But she has fallen off, I think, a lot actually, and she is being power crept. Like for PvE, she's not used in anything other than faction abyss really, and for PvP she's still very good. I'm going to put her at an A tier here. I still think she is a very nice hero. Definitely build her with your mythic shards after Nordic or after Nordic, Ben Austin and the raid. You can choose the order there. And also do mind that we will get some exclusive 4 abilities for some of these heroes here, the mythic heroes, very soon, so maybe she will start to shine again. And the last one in the mix here is Willa. She is one of the newest poison heroes also. She has a counter attack. She got a nice passive buff with buffing the allies with attack and defense based on her attack, on her initial attack. She has hypnotize, she got some crit down, attack down, and some other nice stuff in her kit. And she's definitely an S tier. Now this is how the list looks, guys, but I think if I have to, like, we can even rank them from left to right in those categories where we think they are very good. I'm gonna do like this here. Definitely think that he is better than her, and I'm probably gonna move it like maybe like so. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do like that. I don't think Nita is that used anymore. So guys, this is my tier list on the poison team here. If you put any of the heroes in the S tier, then you can build them with eyes. It's no worries there. You should not be afraid of that. And even Penny, you can put some eyes on her, but she's still very new, so watch out if she's used in other teams here. Freud, definitely you should also. You know what, Freud? I'm actually gonna put Freud up here. Now that I think about it, I think Freud is an S tier hero. He is very nice in both PvE and PvP, and he can carry you. He will help you a lot with all his buffs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put him up here in the S tier category now that I think about it. Alright guys, this is the video. I hope you have a nice evening. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this tier list here. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Cheers, bye.